Hello, everybody. Mm. Oh, a belt's definitely coming after that much. Hi. I decided I would go for my best Android today. It's hello in Ontario. Hi everyone. Hello. Let me just quickly play with all of my captions over here. Get a little thing over here to just remind people that you guys can, wherever you are on the internet, you can find a different place to watch this if you want. I'm going to expand this so I can see you full size on my screen. So hello Dick Topping, hello Dan Keeling, hello folks in Australia. Hi guys. Hello. Let me just, as always, I like to try to lure people in over on Facebook, and I've learned if I just one little comment will draw people. We'll just hi Akiko. It's hello Akiko. Let me just drop it in here because I know comment. Throw it down. Free beer. I need to come up with a new joke for that this week. What's with the resolution? Resolution? Oh, are we talking? Shall we hop right into the business and go straight? The eye shades. I can just to direct you towards the eyeshadow palette. It's this one. I dig this Juvia's Place palette because when I want something really bright, this has me covered. Just tiny little dab. So there you go, Akiko, for the makeup this week. Oh, and of course the blush is the Sailor Moon blush, and this it's. For any of you guys who are new, I'm a little addicted to the Nier Automata games, and of course, if you have followed any of them, they just re-released Nier Replicant, and I'm on ending. Let's see, because if you're familiar with that series, of course, you have to replay the games over and over again, because that's what the series is like. So now. What is it, huh? Because Yoko Taro's an asshole. Basically, he's an asshole we love who makes amazing games. There are these delightful androids in the series, and the wig is from one of the characters named 2B, and that was somebody sent this to me off of my my Amazon wishlist. I believe the wig was Russell, and the outfit was Akiko, I think. So, look, I'm just saying, I occasionally wear these during Patreon stream. These things happen, but these are things that happen. Anyways, it's spectrum fluctuation. Oh, you guys, is there a delay on the? There's. Watching this even on my end, there's a slight delay, and it's going straight from my computer into but everything is as hooked up as it possibly can be. So I hope. Let me sneak it. Let me see if there's any to do. Let me cut out of this for a second and see if this thing is not. There we go. Okay, much better. Just scrolling this back into full screen. I see someone saying, "Yay, cat." Is there a cat behind me? Did I miss a cat? Or is this a general comment about yay cat? Because I can take yay cat in general. But all right. Anyway, so let's hop into the business with hey, you don't have to wear a mask anymore. Raise your hand out there if you're gonna keep wearing a mask when you're around humans who you don't know. I'm expecting basically everyone who's watching this to be like, "Yep, I'm planning on continuing to." Hold on a second, my nose is just a little runny. It's all the cocaine. I'm kidding. But yeah, I'm fully planning on. I get it. They've lifted the restrictions. I'm totally. Buddy. Hold on a second. My very whiny dog is letting me know that I'm not paying enough attention to him. Buddy, come here, baby. Come back. If you're gonna whine at me, then you're gonna come up here and be cute for everyone. Can you be cute for the people? Can you be nice and cute for everyone? Buddy, what do you think people should still do when they are around crowds of strangers? Because as we know, Bill Maher is a dick and he sucks at life, but we didn't want him to get coronavirus. So what should we do around strangers, buddy? What's that? We shouldn't lick their noses and we should wear masks. Yes, That is what Science Dog wants you to do. And he's a very cute dog. He doesn't know much about epidemiology, but he's totally right um, about this. I totally suggest that we should continue. Now, I see you, Michael S. Floyd, saying why virtue signaling, and I don't know if you're making a joke of this or not. But no, here's the deal, and here's the reason why I say still continue to wear masks when you're out at the grocery store, out around people you don't know. Number one, it's number one. I don't want to be mistaken for a Republican, but number two, no, we don't know what's going to be happening with new strains. We don't know how long these last. You don't know if you're going to be one of the unlucky people who gets, who's, it's even if they're 95, 97, whatever percent effective, you don't know if you're going to be one of the unlucky people who gets a case of it. And even though it reduces the chance of you getting a case that has any symptoms down to very, very minimal, these things are slowly I'm doing good, Neil. How you doing? Even though, like, again, it's we don't know when there are going to be mutations, and there are over time going to be mutations with this that might make it more dangerous. So what I'm saying is, I'm not I'm not saying wear a mask forever. I'm not saying wear a mask at your home. I'm not saying you can't have friends over. What I'm saying is have friends over. I'm saying make sure when you've got buddies who are vaccinated, have them over, hug them, do like it is fantastic that we're at a point where so many people are vaccinated that the CDC felt they could be that fucking reckless with their announcement. But the problem is there are so many people in the country that are refusing to vaccinate. And there are so many people who still can't be vaccinated because you know how we always say with vaccinations that I'm totally about to sneeze because I'm like this every allergy season. I'm the biggest fucking idiot who's like, oh, I'm fine, but allergies aren't that, and I'm just dead all allergy season. So don't you hate that when there's a sneeze about to come and it does not? Oh, it's like losing your orgasm. It's the worst. Anyways, but yeah, with the thing with COVID, it's here's the thing. So we think that we've got we're like yeah, protect the vulnerable populations, and that's how herd immunity works. The thing is, we need to have everyone who can possibly be vaccinated in order to protect vulnerable populations, right? So you've got people who are immunocompromised. You've got people who are much more likely to get sick. You've got people who, for whatever reason, they're they're even if they get vaccinated, it doesn't take in their system and they don't develop immunity. So we have whatever. Say there's I'm not sure what the exact percentage is. Say it's only 1% of the population that can't get vaccinated. I'm not sure what the percentage is. Say it's just 1%. We have 30 some odd, what is it, 30, 40% of the we have healthcare workers. We have people who have been in hospitals for the last fucking year being like, nah, I've seen people drown in their own lungs, but you know what I'm not going to do? Take a simple injection that makes this not a thing. So this is the thing. Vaccines, if we use them societally as a societal good, not just an individual good, but a thing that if I take, I am my brother's keeper. I'm going to help the person next door to me. I'm going to look at the research. I'm going to listen to the doctors. I'm going to see that millions of people, literal millions, have died from COVID, and not a single fucking one has died from any of these shots. And I'm going to get I'm going to get that vaccine, and I'm going to protect the person who can't get it. And that's how these things work. So as for the whole, I'm not going to mask up because it's virtue signaling. Nah, here's the thing. Again, 30 to 40% of people, give or take, how many people are not getting it? That's just going to speed up the rate at which we're going to get this thing mutating because more people are going to get it. It's going to keep passing and it's going to keep spreading. We know that people are getting it twice, which is terrifying. And we still don't know what rate at which people are getting it twice. We have seen fatalities at this point from people getting it twice. Not many, but this has happened. So what I'm saying is, here's the other thing. who else that didn't get COVID? Who else fucking loved not getting sick at all last year? Oh my God. I didn't even get I think I got like a tiny stomach flu last year, or not a stomach flu, but I got like a little bug last year. But also I'm chronically ill and I can never tell if something's just my headache being really bad or being actual sick. But yeah, like who doesn't who wants to be Buddy's like, I don't want to be sick, mom, I'll wear a little puppet mask. No, you won't, silly dog. But yeah, like who wants to get sick? I love people not seeing my face when I'm in public. It's if I could go out like half the time now, because you guys have sent me enough long wigs, half the time I go out in a really long wig and a face mask and no one can fucking tell who I am. It's fantastic. But like, what who's dying to have people see their face at the grocery store? Who really? Do you need people to see, like, is this the 90s? Are you dying to see and be seen at the fucking mall? Is that a thing you need? Like, I don't see that as a dire thing that I want in my life, is to get out without a mask. That's not a thing that I'm dying for. Like, I do really want to go back to it's an angry young man on Twitch. Here's your attention. I'm sorry you're alone, but I'll give you some attention right now. But no, it's I understand wanting to get like to go out and do the old things we used to do unmasked. Like, and this is why like I get it. I'm lucky that I live in Southern California and I can go to a restaurant and sit outside and have some outdoor dining. But I'm also not dying to sit inside a restaurant. Like, I feel I feel comfortable enough now that I'm vaccinated that if I really want to go to a restaurant, I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll take that shot now. That's the thing that Buddy's like, I will whine to be on your lap and then I'll want to be off of it. Is that all you're going to do? Are we done here? Have you taken off enough of my makeup? He's whine to be on the lap, whine to be off the lap. Are you going to, what's happening, bud? Are you unsure of where you want to be? Buddy, what do you want? Do you know? Does anybody really know what doggy wants? Everybody really cares. Everybody give angry young man attention. Tell him he's wonderful and you love him and he's a person of worth, and he deserves a hug. I think everyone occasionally needs to hear that. So I think we need to pour some love onto our friend, angry young man, over on over on Twitch. Just we're having a love fest. You are vaccinated, right? I mean, I know we've done long-term experiments to see if we can spread COVID via this, but I just want to make sure you're vaccinated. But yeah, we're there are things that I'll risk more now. Obviously, I'm going to fly home. I'm going to go visit Mom. I'm very excited. I'm going to eventually go on vacation. I'm going to do all of the things again. It's just, why, like, even if the grocery store is like, yeah, we're not requiring you to wear a mask, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm glad you got Johnson & Johnson, baby. Like, even if my grocery store is like, yeah, you don't need to wear a mask, I'm gonna wear one in there. I don't know if, and I mean, it's partially, I always think of it this way, like, because you guys have probably heard the stories of people getting like someone coughing in their face, right? Which is fucking terrifying. Like, someone, even if it's an accidental, like, someone couldn't help it and someone just accidentally like right in your face. Having someone cough right at you or getting like a big old dose of those germs is a way that people tend to get more sick, right? Or tends to be correlated with people getting far more sick. And I don't want to be out and just run into somebody who doesn't know that they caught it or whatnot, and just have that be the moment that someone just accidentally coughs on me. Like, that's why I bought all these masks. I bought all these really fucking cute masks too. My friend Michelle, who runs Mimi and Zen, go check out the store. It's really cute masks. I'm just saying. Anyways, but yeah, got a bunch of fucking cute masks. Why not keep wearing them? So, yeah, there are going to be people who yell at you for virtue signaling because they're uncomfortable with precautions. But look, I just again, I know there are people that are going to be terrified forever. Um, you don't have to be terrified forever of being around any humans. Like at some point, you gotta live and say, yeah, I'm gonna have some friends over. I'm gonna see people who are likewise vaccinated. Um, I'm gonna hop on that plane with a mask on to go visit my relatives. I'm gonna go do the things that I was scared to do, but I'm gonna be around people who I know are vaccinated again, and I'm going to take my mask off, and I finally gave a hug to my old roommate and came over, and like we'd had a hangout time on the porch from 10 feet away, and finally got to give Alicia a hug, and it was so nice. And it's just, but yeah, like you can you can have the world back again with people who you know are vaccinated and not worry. And as for going out completely unmasked, like I'm it's I like I've wandered the neighborhood like a few times when we've gotten when Oliver was still missing, a few times when when we got a call from someone saying we might have found your cat, because people were so fucking groovy, and we got multiple calls from people who were like, we saw a black cat, and just bolted out the door to meet them. I forgot to grab my mask, and immediately told them I'm vaccinated. They're like, we're vaccinated, it's cool. But like I it was the first time I'd left the house without a mask, and it felt so weird. And look, there are going to be people who are just dicks about you wearing a mask, and just, you know what? If someone's a dick about you wearing a mask, just tell them, here is what I would do if I were you and someone is being a fucking prick about a mask, because this is what I'm going to do. If someone's being a prick about it, just be like, look, I'm vaccinated, but I've got a slight cough and I don't want to pass it to you. Just tell them you're doing it for their safety, and they're gonna freak right the fuck out and get away from you. That's my plan. I have a bit of a cough, and it's not COVID, but I want to be. You don't want to get a cold, do you? Just It's a harmless lie. It might get them to think, oh, colds suck too. So there is my it's funny because I remember like ages ago back when flying was, hold on a second, what do you think about two different kinds of it's there let's see, Sharon just asked, what do you think of two different kinds of vaccines may be better for immunity? I have not seen anything indicating this so far. It's did you oh, see, Russell's going full truck. Russell, you have fun. But yeah, I haven't seen anything so far saying that there is there's no, I haven't seen any good evidence saying that there's reason to get multiple vaccines, or get like one shot of Moderna and one shot of Pfizer. Please, if you get Moderna for your first shot, get Moderna for your second. If you get Pfizer for your first, get Pfizer for your second. If you get J&J, you don't need another type of vaccine. All right, get your shot, get your full dose of whatever thing you get for the first one, please. Unless you're in a country where they just randomly were like, we're going to stop giving out AstraZeneca because fuck it. Just there's nothing wrong with it. I have yet to see any good evidence that any of the shots have a problem. Like it's whenever I see something about blood clots, I'm like, really? You guys know how fucking, compared to this, how bad for you birth control pills are, and those are still on the market, and you give those out to teenagers. Tons of teenagers. Anyways, I find that funny. By funny, I mean horrifying. But what is kind of interesting, and it was funny, my husband called this, and I, like, when he said it, I'm like, yeah, that's probably going to happen. And I didn't realize that it would be happening. I think it was within a day of him saying, yeah, this is going to happen. Anti-maskers have started wearing masks to protect from people who've gotten vaccinated, because apparently we're going to shed virus on them from our vaccines that don't have the virus. And they didn't want to wear masks to protect from the virus. But, the Bill Gates 5G injection microchip tracking, that's going to I just hold on. I just that's where we're at. Just, here's the thing. Just instead of part of me is like, instead of debunking, instead of telling them, it's I think Akiko has it right. Shh, don't tell them. Instead of telling them, no, you don't need to mask up around people who've been vaccinated. Vaccines don't shed. Instead of telling them any of that, be like, yeah, they're shedding like a motherfucker. I've heard of people who are getting totally fucking sick. It's way worse than COVID. You got to be careful about around all those vaccinated people. And there's so many vaccinated people now. They're everywhere. They're in the grocery stores. They're in the malls. They're in the schools. They're in the small businesses. They're in the gun stores. Okay, maybe not the gun stores, but still, I'm just saying, if we just tell them that there are people who are shedding virus everywhere now because of the vaccines, maybe they'll wear masks. The irony being that eventually, because of the vaccines, they won't need them. So I'm fine with it. Just tell them all. These unvaccinated assholes who are just like, it's so sad because we had the best somehow after last year, on election day of last year, would any of you have guessed we'd be where we are right now in terms of vaccinating the country? No. Like I would never have been like, I would never have guessed we'd be, before summer at a point where the line, like people are the lines for people getting the vaccine are slowing down because people are just not coming for their appointments. I mean, that's not entirely surprising, but I can't believe we're this, over half the country has gotten at least one shot. We're getting close. It's the country's kind of opening, but I'm enjoying watching you guys all, house AstraZeneca, house Moderna. Like I just, in new Harry Potter houses, but with your vaccine designation. I like that. I like it's we do need to do something about Joanne after all. Did you? It's no, I completely concur on this. I didn't think I didn't think anyone could do it. Like never, it didn't matter who had won. It didn't, or never mind who had won. It didn't matter who had won the Democratic nomination. I did not think Biden could do it. I didn't think and I consider Kamala Harris to be hyper competent. And I didn't think that even if she was steering the ship entirely, I didn't think she could get it. I didn't think anyone could get it done with what they had, with how far back they were, with like how much shit they had to deal with going in, because they were dealing with the Trump administration, leaving just this mess in front of them. So it was it was interesting to see. It's like, all right, we're starting this up where they, when do they start the vaccinations? In like end of November, beginning of December ish. And it was like, yeah, we're going to get 20 million shots this month. And they had something like 2. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to crank up very quickly. And I don't think that was, I think that was pretty much, that was a common thought. I see hold on a second. I see someone who's just I'm just trying to keep up with the comments here, and I have this on I have this on full screen, so let me just go back to chat mode. Hold on a quick second. As we have to do occasionally, I have to yell at someone. It's Mr. Conservative Smartass. I just want to ask you a quick question. Like a lot of conservatives and libertarian types tend to oh sweetie, do you remember when the economy completely fucking tanked under Trump? Like that fucking happened. That shit happened. Anyways, It's I just like there were fucking riots and cities burning. Literally, that shit happened under Trump. Like all the shit that you guys are warning about happening under Biden literally happened under Trump. Millions of people getting ill and being hospitalized, and over 500,000 Americans dying in a year from a brand new disease happened under Trump. But anyway, whenever I feel or whenever I hear conservatives say "my body, my choice," I'm like, that's a funny new belief for you. But you guys tend to believe in this thing called, or you pretend you believe in this thing called the non-aggression principle. So I'm just saying, if you guys believe in not hurting other people with your, you can do whatever you want as long as it doesn't hurt someone else, then why do you guys get to cough your bullshit all over someone else's immunocompromised body when you have options that could stop that? Okay, I believe that vaccines fall under the non-aggression principle when you're deciding what you can and can't do with your body, because what you can and can't do with your body affects other people because you live in a society. So go live in the middle of Idaho. Go live away from people. Go live with other anti-vaxxers if you want. But if you want to claim that it's your body, your choice, you have to agree that it affects other people's bodies if you're going to live around people. Otherwise, get the fuck out. And if you're going to keep trying to play this insidious bullshit in my chat, I'm going to block you because I don't have the fucking time, and everybody else is playing nicely in the sandbox and isn't arguing in bad faith, is not playing devil's advocate. Like I don't want to have these kinds of conversations when they're with people who definitely know that their kinds of arguments are bullshit. Like, this is bullshit. You absolutely know this is bullshit, because that if somebody coughed their shit in your face, you would be mad. You'd Karen it up. I don't want to hear it. Get out. Anyways, so back to whatever the fuck we were talking about. I think we were on masks. More than likely. Hold on a second. I just want to get this caption off the screen. Just to back over to chat. Come on, computer. Let's see. And why would anyone want to do this to their body and spread disease? It's people quote would want to. It's not that anybody wants to get COVID. It's that people have convinced themselves that getting the vaccine is worse than getting COVID because that's what their tribe is doing, and they have to be very, very tribal about this. And don't you guys remember a few years ago? Like this was almost. This was almost more comforting a few years ago when people had the mistaken impression that anti-vaxxers were more likely to be liberal than conservative, which was not accurate. Surprisingly, that was something I used to think that was accurate. Wasn't accurate then. Is definitely not accurate now. And it's like it used to be about a 50-50 split of conservatives and liberals in terms of being anti-vaxxers, and conservatives or liberals. Now it's following my page. You guys probably know this. Liberals tend to be anti-vaxxers because of they follow the Jenny McCarthy. It's not natural. You're putting bad things into my body, and they don't trust corporations. And and conservatives, when they tend to be anti-vaxxers, it's a freedom thing, and they meet somewhere in the middle. It's it's some of the strangest, weirdest philosophical stuff. Did someone just say stop cursing, please? Rude and nowhere near scientific. Oh, Victor, fuck you. Really? Did you just come onto the internet to tell a grown woman to stop swearing? Like, is that what you do with your free time on a Friday night? Like, is there no one out there to suck your cock right now? Oh, this is what you're doing instead? Nah. Also, please, just as a side note to that, please subscribe to my Patreon. I will tell sad incels to fuck off live on camera for your entertainment after writing a well-researched article on Ambien waking people out of coma. Subscribe to my page. Oh, also tomorrow is another patron-only live stream where we're doing the editing live together for my article for tomorrow. So anyways, but again, I'll tell people to fuck off live on camera, but also you get not one, but two patron-only live streams when you subscribe to my Patreon. So if you aren't yet already, come on. But is it Victor's first day? New here, sweetheart? Has no one told you? Were you unaware? Did it say, like, it says at the very top, hold on a second, I'll fucking quote it for you. Let me just get this out here for you, just because I think you need it. I think you need it read. My page description. Hold on, edit public details. Sweary chemist with your daily moment of science. Come for the science, stay for the dirty jokes. Sweary chemist, stay for the dirty jokes. Was there confusion in there for you, sugar tits? Fuck you, fuck your mother, fuck your father, fuck them all with a cactus in the throat. Cheers. Just get out. Get out. You would never tell a man not to swear. My God, go. Get out. And just, what is wrong with people? And it's once in a while it'll be, and I almost know starting this rant, somebody in the comments is going to say to me, but are you sure? Look, 98% of the time when someone tells me I don't like your swearing, it's a man. I'm womaning wrong for them. And like 2%, it's like an Aunt Gail type, if you know what I mean. Like it's young lady. And it's like, you'd want it to be the Aunt Gail types. I'd rather it be Aunt Gail. I'd rather it be Karen being like, you'll never attract a man. It's like, I want to like let her know, hey, this, it's okay. We can swear now. Let me get you out of here. But you know what? When it's a guy, it's just like, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to, I'm not doing this today. Every single day, every single fucking day, there is a man on the page either letting me know I did something wrong in the article, and it's not a thing I did wrong. It's just, hey, I have 800 words and I can't put every last fact about every last word that I mentioned in this article into this article. And they're like, you didn't do this right. I'm like, no, I did this the way I chose this. And it's never a woman. It's never a woman telling me I'm sci-babing wrong. It's always a guy. I'm like, if I'm doing the SciComm thing so wrong, it's free to start a Facebook page. Go ahead. You go have fun with this. Let me know how all the online abuse is for you. Tell me how it works. I think the funniest thing for me yesterday, and I think the person asked this, they were requesting it, quote, I would say in good faith. They were like, hey, could you write, could you make a, quote, clean version of this? And like my first thought was, fuck off. And they were asking for, cause they wanted to show it for, to their students. And my thought was, first of all, my writing isn't children. Like, and he says for 8th graders. And I'm like, I think my writing is age appropriate for anyone who's old enough to be on Facebook. But like, if your concern is that you want this information and you don't want it to be, it's so sweary that it's inappropriate for your students, take out the swears yourself, because I didn't get paid to teach your fucking students. You did. So you can go through and just take the word fuck out wherever is appropriate, and then say, if you want the unedited version, go to scibabe.com. Please credit me. But why would someone think the right thing to do when they want my writing to not have swears be like, can you do that work for me? No, I can't, unless you pay me, and my hourly rate is way higher than an 8th grade teacher has to pay. Let the students, I completely I completely concur with this from Mr. Mento. Let the students read the sweariness. Now, I understand a teacher might get like the teacher might have been fine with it, but the school might have been like, maybe the word fuckery cannot appear in your lesson this many times. But it's just like, how to. How do you think that it's the right thing to do to ask? Like, I don't know. Do they? What again? It feels like it's a woman thing. Because what man did they go to and say, could you take the swears out of your writing for me to give to my student? No, you do that your fucking self. I'm not editing my shit for you. You're not my editor and you don't pay me. So unless you're my Patreons, in which case you know better than to ask for that. And again, it's a group effort in paying, but I used to get into so much trouble for using the F word. I really needed you all. I'm just saying the F word is a perfectly it's a perfectly good word. It's a good word for it. It is an accurate word for certain things. It is a good word to get out certain emotions that we have as adults in the year of our Lord 2021. I don't think that any of us deserve to have another adult tell us when is appropriate to express our emotions with that fucking word. So, especially on Facebook. And one thing, part of the reason that I love the live streams is because as I've learned, because people are getting a little bit crankier about the comments that they will report. Like I can't even, I have to be super careful just in terms of using, the word fucking as a, blah, 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 fucking this, fucking whatever in a comment somewhere, because that's gotten reported and I've been like banned for, 15 minutes before I got it overturned. But still, like people are goddamn cranky with what they will report in the comment section now. So the thing I love about the live stream, I can say whatever I want. I love it so much. But yeah, like, it's weird that like of all the things that they've managed to get to all the technological advancements, I guess, or whatever they've managed to do on Facebook that has made Mark Zuckerberg worth far more money than he should be worth. Somehow they can get you they can ban you for a day from the website for using a swear, but they can't locate white nationalists. Funny that. Interesting how that works. Like what it's just interesting that now I'm careful about not swearing in the comment sections now, or the comment section now, because that seems to be a thing that has tripped the censors a few times on here. And I just didn't think a website that was made for people college age and above originally was going to get mad about swearing. So again, just saying, if you don't already support me on Patreon, because I'm terrified that Facebook's just going to be like, fuck off, you're God, please come support me on Patreon. Because I do a lot of work to try to entertain you. Anyways, but moving on. Let's see, I was put in Facebook jail and was somehow not restricted. That's interesting. That's the best kind of Facebook jail, one where you're not restricted at all. I'm about to belch finally. I'm glad that there's not a such thing as television. That would have been unfortunate. Anyways, let's see. So we have gone through quite a bit in terms of COVID stuff, in terms of the masking thing. Again, I'm planning on masking up in public where I'm around people that I don't know for a good long time. I don't think that there's going to be a day anytime soon where let's see. I now I feel like I have to scroll through here because I see people are still fucking arguing with Terry. Is he still up to his bullshit? Really? Why? Just why? Yeah, just not going to bother. As soon as I see another comment, I'm just going to hit the ban on that one. It seems to just kind of be yelling into the just farting into the breeze now. Fart away, Terry. Fart away. Go ahead, comment again, sweetheart. Go for it. Give me some red meat. Give me what I'm asking for. Give me a little comment. Give me one now, because if you don't, I'll scroll back up and ban you from one of those. But go ahead, give me one last parting missive. I know you can make it sharp. Oh yeah, make it pointy. Do what you can. Do your best. You got one last one. Go ahead. We'll wait and see how long it takes for him to get like one good in before he gets banned. But let's move on for now. So anyway, it's like I feel like somehow it's been people are just finding out that the cat's back. Yeah, Oliver's been back for a week and a half here. So remember last week I said that he was that he was just this I think he just got performance right. Like now that he's been told, yeah, go ahead, give me the worst possible insult you possibly can. He's like, ugh. Like, I mean, short of like if you go straight for like if you go straight in for ethnic slurs, like maybe not, but like maybe go for everything other than that. Like I dare you, make it good. But it's we're back to J.K. Rowling in the comments. I'm always down for a good dragging of J.K. Rowling. Like, did she do something new this week? New? I'm always it's she probably did. Moving on. Scrolling. Oh yeah. So, anyways, I feel like last week there was the whole discussion was, of course, about COVID in India and how fucking terrifying it was, and things are still goddamn terrifying. And then the whole news story that kicked that off of the main page, so to speak, has been everything horrifying that's happening in Israel and Palestine. And I'm going to be blunt with you guys, because I am, I try to pride myself as somebody who can look at the news and figure out what's real and what's not. And I'm also Jewish, and I think that you're supposed to people expect certain opinions from you when it comes to anything that has to do with Israel. And here's the thing, it's really fucking hard to figure out what's going on over there, other than the fact that a lot of innocent people are dying, and I'd really like them to not be. So my whole opinion on that is that people should stop fucking firing missiles at each other. And if you're looking at the news and you're confused because there are so many varying accounts, and it feels like everything has a political spin, because it does. And it feels like even if you're like, yeah, I support the Jewish why wouldn't I? But Netanyahu seems like kind of like that's a completely valid way to feel about that. There's a lot of fucked up things that are happening. And at the end of the day, there are a lot of innocent people that are being hurt right now. And you don't have to look at it and quote take a side. The right side is that there are civilians being hurt on both sides right now, and it's pretty fucking awful. So I don't have anything better to give than that, because it's like if you've been looking at this trying to go what's happening, or form a figure out which flag to take on the football team, like it's there's no good coming of this. It just all sucks, and there's no clear thing to read out of the news on how to how to look at this. It's just let's see, it's Michael Wise asking, why were they kicking the Palestinians in East Jerusalem out of their homes? They shouldn't have been is the fucking answer. As you can tell, I'm not a Zionist. But yeah, it's like, here's the thing, like the instinct we kind of have, or that we've been told to have, is quote support Israel. And it's like, it's not always that simple, because like, of course, as a Jew, I support my people's right to be safe. And also, I think that kicking people out of their homes because because of their religion and their ethnicity seems like a thing that my people in the 1940s would have been fucking pissed about. So I think that Netanyahu's a bad guy, whose politics I think are bad, and that there's a lot of stuff going back to like the late 40s with imperialism that really screwed up the area, and that the fighting that's been happening there for a long time has been awful, just really fucking awful. And yeah, so it's as Trisha just said, it seems like an everyone sucks here situation. Indeed. Everyone sucks in this entire situation. Akiko just said, Trotsky and I will be happy to discuss Israel on Discord if everyone wants to participate. Yeah, if any of you guys want to, it's Akiko, link to Discord. If any of you guys aren't on the Discord server yet, please come join. You will be assigned your spirit Muppet. It's, chaos or order Muppet. That's all you need to know. But see, grandparents of Israeli are spinning in their graves. I mean, I have, oh, look, there's Terry. There we go. If you were born with natural immunity, a vaccine is weakened your, all right, bye, Terry. That's just such a weak block user on Facebook. And there we go. Terry's been blocked. It took him a while. I'm surprised, and I mean, I was expecting more than that, but nah. Anyways, it's that thing where anytime you say Israel is wrong, like there's a Republican somewhere on Twitter that's ready to cancel you and call you an anti-Semite. I'm like, am I the real me? Are we sure? But like, I have relatives who live there. Obviously, I have friends who are talking about, my family is their Israeli family spent last night living in in a bomb shelter, and it's like I don't know who struck first. I don't know who's it's that thing who I just go, or I just go, I don't know. And I also think that it's hard. It's hard seeing headlines like their what was it from Netanyahu? I don't know if it was from Netanyahu or who the comment was, but they were going to keep bombing until it was quiet from Gaza, and that sounds pretty horrifying. Bombing until it's quiet, really? Just so yeah, I'm this, it just shouldn't be happening. Like why anyways. But yeah, I've kind of been glued to the news on that. And I've been it's that thing where, like, as soon as one bit of news fades away, as soon as it's like, yeah, COVID's going to go away and things are going to be like, things are going to be happy. No, some other shit's going to take over in the news. It's going to be really terrible. So anyway, I'm going to cut tonight, not short, but I'm going to cut tonight about here, give or take, unless there's some questions. Cause number one, I overly suited up for this. I'm burning up in here. But just wanted to show this because Akiko sent this one off of my Amazon wish list, and it says a moment of science, please. And given what I do, I love it. But anyways, if you want to support, I can't get. Can't leave without the lick. I mean, we still have to see if we can spread the COVIDs via clicking the screen. Can't get that up. Let's see. I'll check out Tom Friedman's. Thank you for the recommendation. But yeah, it is how to phrase this. It's hard to look at the things that are going on in Israel as someone of Jewish descent and not and it's hard to look at it. I don't know how else to phrase it. It's shitty because you want to support the country, you want to support the place where a lot of your family lives, and also you're like, God damn it, you're killing children. Why are you killing children? I'll put the super soaker on the wish list. I'll do it. Okay. Anyways, I'm also going to put 2 Nerf guns on there because I want to get into a Nerf gun war with my husband one of these days. And I'm saying this with him 10 feet away. And I hope that that he notices that I'm saying it and at least reacts somehow. Okay. He's giving me a good look. Look, I'm going to give you one to arm yourself with too. I want to have a Nerf gun war with like the entire house and like and film it like with my GoPro. I think it could be fun. Anyways, and it's I'm just one last thing to leave you on because it was the funniest thing in terms of just people are fucking zany. Diana just asked, will this live be available for replay? Every single one of these is available on every platform that it plays on. So of course this will still be available on Facebook. If you prefer watching over on the YouTubes, it's available there too. But I recommend watching it on it's, you know what, most of the comments are of course in, you know, the comment section over on Facebook, but because we have the comments playing up on the screen, you can see what's happening in chat the whole time. But yep, they're available on every single platform. God, you guys are funny. I've been hunting for one of the big super soakers that's on there, and it's like they look like, I don't know if they look less badass than when I was a kid, or it's that I'm, you know, taller now. So like when I was like, I remember them looking like these giant things that you could pummel someone with water with, and now I'm like, are they smaller, or do they just not have the giant one that I remember on Amazon? Someone's calling me from Indianapolis. I don't know who they are. Anyways, but back to what was I so rudely interrupted myself. Take a drink. Where was I? Oh yeah. So somebody in that thread, and this was just so amazing to me. Like I'd been planning on writing about Lonnie Johnson for forever, and it like he was, you know, I have a list that I go through, and you know, just kind of go through it each day, and you know, and find what fucking tickles my fancy. And I was like, let's do the Super Soaker guy today, and I didn't know that he was going to be such a goddamn delight to write about. So it was great. It was a good day at the office. It was like everything I found out about him. Another great thing. Really, there was nothing he didn't do that didn't make me just fucking delighted with my life yesterday. And then someone in the comments section, my God, someone in the comments section, you're promoting gun culture. It's a water gun. It's a hose with a pump. Then somebody started defending them. It's literally a toy gun. It's literally a toy. It's literally a toy. You're promoting gun culture. You just don't understand. And one guy from Europe tried to say that, you know, that this was an aggressive thing used in bullying, and the bigger the gun, the worse it was. It's like, you clearly have never played with a super soaker, because kids fucking love those, and being shot with one is amazing. It's just, you see a kid with one, your first thought is, oh my God, please shoot me. It's just because it's water. It's fun. It's delightful. But someone had to someone had to be that guy. Someone had to show up and be like, this is just the water equivalent of rap music and video games. It's ruining the kids. Someone had to be so woke they needed to let me know that a black rocket scientist was promoting gun culture with a toy that he made. For fuck's sake. Anyway, Lonnie Johnson Day, February 25th. We're going to turn it into, I am determined. Like I get it that this is a very silly thing, but like I'm just saying, I think Jamila and I can make it happen. I think I mentioned this last week, but since I'm doing Sunday every other week now, Jamila is going to be my full-time Sunday, or my, you know, full-time every other week Sunday co-host, and that way you guys are getting more Jamila, and that way I'm getting more Jamila, which makes me very happy. But yeah, I'm very determined to make Lonnie Johnson Day happen. I want an excuse for people to go out and just fucking blast each other with water guns and Nerf guns all day. I think that is a suiting tribute to a living legend. But anyways, that's oh my God. Anyways, that's where I'm going to leave you today. Tomorrow, probably at give or take 5 p.m. Pacific, because Dan just said, could you get Lonnie Johnson on the stream? You know what? He's alive, and there's a way to contact him. I will fucking try. I'll do my best. He's a little busy. He still fucking consults for NASA, and I don't know if he's going to look at, me and be like, "Nah. No, like, this is like it's I if he says yes, I will be so excited. I'll be like, "We're trying to make a holiday named after you, sir. Please. Please. See the funny article I wrote about you being amazing? Please. My humans love you." We'll try. We'll see what we can get. Anyways, I'm now I have it. Like, now you've planted the seed. I want Lonnie Johnson to come onto the live stream. We will see what we can do. It's anyways, but yeah, like I said, delightful. It's delightful article, delightful person. Just always makes me happy when I get to read about someone who doesn't who the end of it doesn't make me sad. Anyways, again, last little tying up this things. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. Pacific, will be our group editing session. I will come to you with my my article for tomorrow on its last legs, ready to get the last little punch up done, and that's exciting. And of course, Sunday will be me and Jamila, and that's basically it. Of course, sign up for, if you want to come to the editing session. Patreon link is below. And of course, at cost of a latte and a muffin, you get access to more of this. That's all I got, and come hang out on page, and you get, of course, the daily moment of science sent straight to your inbox. Or if Patreon isn't your thing, one-time donation to PayPal is always appreciated. Or just, there's my Amazon wish list. I always need candy. Always. Anyways, I love you guys. I will see some of you tomorrow. I will see the rest of you on Sunday. Bye-bye.